Okay. Number 5. On 4-8, page 170. Okay. Oh, it's not looking good. Ugh. Seriously? Is that clear?
Yeah.
You know? Okay. 2 jets. Okay, I know I'm gonna need to make a chart.
Like first jet, second jet.
Yep, exactly. Or, well, it might be east jet, west jet, or whatever. Late jet, early jet. Okay. So 2 jets leave Denver. Okay, so they're both leaving Denver, but one is flying east. So I'm gonna say east bound jet and westbound jet. Okay, great. Times time equals distance. All right. All right. Excuse me. So the one at flying east is going greater. So the west jet is going at a certain speed, and the jet flying east is going 50 kilometers greater. Faster, yeah? And the jet flying east leaves at what time? And oh, they leave at the same time. Yeah. Okay. And at 11 a.m., the planes are 2,500 kilometers apart. Their time is equal, yeah? They both are flying for 2 hours. At which time, now at 2 hours later, they are 25 kilometers apart. Okay. Motion in the same direction, opposite direction. East and west. One's going east and one's going west. So they're opposite. Okay, opposite direction. And let's do a little sketch. Okay, so here's Denver. And one plane flies east and one plane flies west. And together, their distance equals, the distance apart equals at 11 a.m. 2,500. Yep, km. Okay. And then I can say the westbound jet is 2R. And then the eastbound jet is 2 times R plus 50. And so you could put that. So the sketch makes it obvious that the westbound distance that he flew and the eastbound jet's distance flown added up, it's going to equal 2,500. Yes.
How would you do or sketch?
Okay, let's go back to that. Good question. I don't even remember what number 4 was.
Original speed, slowest speed.
Just in 2 sections. I'll do it after. Okay, so westbound jet plus eastbound jet's distance equals 2,500. Distribute, solve, and then look back at the question because it's asking find their speeds. Oh. So you need to give me 2 different speeds. Excuse me. And let's see if I can do this without making a mistake this time. 4R equals 2,400. Oh, I see a nice Nice even number coming out. So the rate is what, 600?
Yeah. Rate 50.
The rate is 600. Then I have to look back up and see whose rate was that. Oh, the westbound jet. So then I say, you can just say westbound jet. And so how much was the eastbound jet's rate? Just add 50. 650?
So what do you mean, miles per hour or just miles? It's kilometers.
Rate
Oh,
is always per hour or per minute or per second. Yep. And then the other one is 650, or actually you would say rate plus 50. And then you have to specify east. Oh, there's a hyphen, bound jet. And then circle that. Okay. Okay. Questions? Okie doke. Now let's go back to number 4, because that was a good question. How would you do the sketch for, well, the first part, I would just say, I would be like, here, start. And then Jenny drives this much for 2 hours, and then 1 more hour or something like that. 2 hours or part 1, and then 1 hour part 2. And then this is finish, the finish line or her destination. And you could label it further with this stuff. So the original speed was, her distance is 2r, and then the slower speed distance 1 times r minus 10. And then you might want to say like this plus this equals 152 miles. Yeah, something like that. Nothing fancy. Number 6. Read for us, please, Alize.
At 7 a.m., Joe starts job at 6 a.m. At 7:10 a.m., Ken starts off. Half past Miss Panama and orders conversation at 7:30.
Okay, Joe and Ken. Question? What? It depends. Men run faster than women. A teenager in shape would run faster than me. So I do 15-minute, I do 1 mile in 15 minutes. So if I kept going, how many miles would I do in 1 hour? 4. So my rate is 4 miles, but I jog so slow, just to kind of get up anyways. But, you know, people, like, I know like guys that try to get like 6-minute miles. That's fast. A 6-minute mile. That's so fast. 6-minute mile. You ran 1 mile, and that's 4 laps around the football field, like a track. 4 laps around in 6 minutes. That's 1.5 minutes every lap around. That's people who are in shape. Teenagers, boys mainly.
200 feet in the mile.
To me, an 8-minute mile is pretty fast.
And $1,760.
Okay. So we know that we know Joe's rate is what? 6 miles per hour. And okay, let's get our fractions going. So, well, okay. Joe starts at 7. And then we're asking about at 7:30. So what is that in terms of an hour? 7 to 7:30? Half, right? So 1/2. Joe's time is a half. So after 30 minutes, that's what we're only worried about, that one point in time. Okay, 30 minutes later. And how many minutes is Ken going to run? 20. And what is 20 minutes in terms of an hour? A third, 20, 40, 60. So his time is only a third of an hour. And we don't know, we're trying to find his rate. Yeah. We don't know his rate. That's what we're solving. And motion in opposite, same, or round trip? Same. Same direction. So Joe at 7 a.m. starts running. And then Ken at 7:10, he starts, right? And at this time, this is at 7:30, they're gonna be at the same point, and then Ken's gonna overtake him. So their distances, actually, I guess I really shouldn't put him, because it looks like he's running a shorter distance. He's not. Well, they're running the same equal distance, right? I know, but it's still the same. He actually ran the same amount as Joe, though. So here, start. I don't know. Okay. You could have just put them both here. Both here. Yeah, good enough. Both here. Just put their times. You don't even have to put their times. Okay. So Joe's distance is times a half, which is 3. And Ken's is 1/3, which is also 3. They both ran the same distance. But how fast did he have to run to make this equal 3? You can do it without even doing the equation right now.
3 is
9. So if he runs 9 miles per hour, 1/3 of 9 is 3. So he has to run. So we already solved it, but we're gonna, pretend we didn't know, because, all right. So Joe's distance equals Ken's distance. Yeah, they ran the same distance. So you just solve for R. And it's going to be 3. We know how to solve these. If it's a division equation, we undo it using multiplication. So, let's see. R equals 3 times 3, 9. And then add a unit.
9 miles.
Yep. Yeah, it records me talking. Otherwise, I think it might be a little useless to them. Sorry, guys. You have to listen to me for all this time on a video. But better than nothing. Okay, any questions on this one? Okay, I'm gonna challenge you to try and do 7 on your own. Then we'll do it together. Okay. Probably not very well. All right. So you can get out that cheat sheet I gave you if you want. Um, we got Andrew and Stacy. I'm not even gonna do it in terms of their names. I'm gonna do it in terms of their direction. But you can do it in terms of their names. So I kind of set you up a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna pause the recording. So video people, pause the video and try and do this also. Okay, we will finish up number 7 in the next video segment.